Hi, Jamie. I hope you are doing well, and I hope your week is off to a great start. I just wanted to say first off that it was so wonderful meeting you ladies this past weekend. I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad we were able to play in a little bit of makeup. So I wanted to just send over a quick little overview of the colors that we applied to your face, just as a reminder of what everything's going to be used for. And then once your makeup comes in, as a reminder, we can schedule a Zoom time and walk through your application and put our makeup on together and answer any questions you have. So this is your palette. So the link that you click on in your email is going to bring you to this site. And you can see that this is a size 12. So it fits 12 of the 10s in your palette, or 24 eyeshadows, or you can do a combination of both, which is what you'll see in your palette. The size 12 I always like to recommend to any ladies who are just getting started wearing the makeup, because it's not too big, not too little, and if later on down the road you decide you want to add some things, then you still have a little bit of room to grow. So if you wanted to go with a bigger palette, then you could go with an 18, or if you wanted to go with a smaller palette, you can. Just know that you'll want to make sure that you have enough room to go down to a smaller one, because if you go down to a smaller one, it could potentially take off some of the colors that you have in your palette to make room to adjust the sizing. Anyway, so your size 12 palette has 2 layers. And also, by the way, you can change the design of your palette if you'd like to. On the first layer, you have your 3D foundation colors. The first color is Cedar, which is your contour shade. The second is Athens, which is your main highlight, or the main color of your face that matches your skin tone. Sort of acts like your foundation shade. And then the last color in your 3D foundation is Aura. So that's your brightening highlight, which is, you could say it's like a concealer, but I like to just say that it brightens up areas of your face to give you that three-dimensional look. So those are the only 3 colors that you do not want to change in your palette. The next 2 shades are going to be your lip and cheek colors. So these are shades that you can use on your cheeks as a blush, or you can use them on your lips as a lipstick or lip gloss. I put 2 colors in your palette. The first color is Desert Sunset, which is the shade that we tried on at Sloan's, and it looked absolutely gorgeous on you. The second shade is Summer Love, which is, instead of having a warmer tone like Desert Sunset, it has a cooler tone, and I thought it was just one additional shade in case you wanted to switch things up a little bit, but still something that was a little more neutral. So if you'd like to see what this color actually looks like, because the swatches do look a little bit different when you put them on your skin versus looking at them here in the tins, then just scroll down to the bottom of the email and you'll be able to see that color in the lip and cheek shades. The last color on the first layer of your palette is your Bella Bronzer. So that one was different than your contour in that your bronzer is a warmer tone, whereas your contour is a cooler tone. So the Bella Bronzer just gives you a little additional warmth to your skin, like you've been out in the sun. It's definitely one of the things that I cannot live without. I feel like it gives me just a little bit of extra life in my skin. So on the second layer, we have your Angel Illuminator, which in the makeup world is kind of like a highlighter that you would just use on the tops of your cheekbones. And Angel, I feel like looked absolutely stunning on you. I feel like it has that soft little feminine touch that adds that luminous, lit from within type of glow when you add that to the tops of your cheekbones. But you can also use this on the bridge of your nose, on your Cupid's bow, on top of your lip and cheek colors, really anywhere that you want to give a little extra luminosity. And then the last 4 colors are going to be the eyeshadows that we played around with a little bit. The first shade is Sedona. That's going to be your really beautiful neutral tone that you can use every day alone or in combination with a color like Lullaby, which even though it has a slight purple undertone, is still very neutral to me, so you can wear this alone or in combination with any of these other colors here. Those two shades are going to be matte. Paris is also going to be a matte color, and I love Paris. It is not a color that screams pink, but it does soften your eyeshadow looks just the slightest bit, and so I probably wear this on an everyday basis, to be honest. The last shade is Sis, and that was the shimmer. Very soft, dainty, light pink color that can be added to your lid just to give your eyes a little bit of an extra pop without going overboard, right? So those are our colors for your palette. If you wanted to, so if you were looking at any of the swatches down at the bottom of your email, and you wanted to add any colors, feel free to go down to the drop downs here. You have your lip and cheek shades here, and you can toggle back and forth between the gloss, the satin, the semi-gloss, and then you also have your eyeshadows, and you can go back and forth between the shimmers and the mattes. I personally don't recommend going with any of the glitters or creams right off the bat. The shimmers and the mattes are definitely my happy spots, and what I always recommend to my customers who are getting started with the makeup. But all of those shades and those swatches you can find here in those two categories. If you wanted anything else like lip conditioners, I absolutely love the peppermint lip conditioner, and the balm is wonderful. Let's see, the brow wax is great in case you need something to help your brows stay in place. But other than that, you're all set with your colors. And again, if you see that there are some shades that you want to hold off on getting for right now, just feel free to tap on that color and press remove item. Just make sure that you don't change your first three shades here that we went over, because those are going to be your 3D foundation shades. Now, the only other thing that you'll want to grab is a brush. So when you click on the menu item, you'll just tap on brushes and tools. And I always recommend starting off with the blush and bronzer brush. It's like my one-stop shop brush, and I find it really awesome to use when you are blending in your makeup. These are double-ended, so you essentially get two for the price of one, but Saint's brushes are designed specifically to work with the cream makeup, so they will be really great at helping to blend your makeup. So if you wanted to go with two brushes, I would go with the blush and bronzer brush and the detail brush. I feel like they complement each other very well. So whether you are blending or applying contour, or needing to reach some hard to get spots, then the detail brush and the blush and bronzer brush are both going to work together beautifully. If you needed an eyeshadow brush, the eyeshadow brush from Saint, and that's the name of it, eyeshadow brush, is going to be what I highly recommend. It is the only eyeshadow brush that I used, regardless of what type of eyeshadow look I'm going for, and I find that it picks up just the right amount of product. It blends my eyeshadows very well, but I also have that smaller end in case I need to be a little more precise. So the eyeshadow brush is great, and if you have any questions about the other brushes, please feel free to let me know. There are a wide variety of other brushes that can be used for different things, so just let me know if you have any questions about those. But other than that, actually, if you were to scroll down, there is a brush cleanser. I'm sure you saw me using it. You don't have to use water when you use this brush cleanser, and it will condition, sanitize, and clean your brushes all in one without having to wait for them to dry, which is wonderful. Plus it smells really good. But I do recommend cleaning your brushes just really quickly once a week to make sure that you don't have any bacteria that you're harboring, to eliminate any chance that you would get breakouts from a dirty brush. So let's see, the only other thing that, now that I'm thinking about it, if you go up to the top where you see collections, if you'd like to save a little bit of money, you can look at the bronzer collection. That's going to have that blush and bronzer brush that I recommended, along with the Bella bronzer. You'll just want to change the color to Bella. If you add this to your bag, you'll save around $11. But just make sure when you press the back button to go back to your palette that you tap on that Bella bronzer in your palette and remove that item so that you don't end up with two Bella bronzers. The skincare from Saint is wonderful. I know you mentioned you have drier skin. So the one thing that I absolutely love for anyone, regardless of your skin type, is the Saint Cream. It is especially great for hydrating dry skin. So I only use this at nighttime because I have more like combination oily skin. But for anyone who has dry skin, it works really well for morning and night. So just some food for thought, not something that you have to get right now, but if you wanted to grab anything like that later on down the road, then those are some options for you as well. Anyways, that is your palette. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. But once you're ready to add your colors to your bag, just press add items to bag at the bottom. And then when you tap on your bag at the top right-hand corner, you'll see that you're under Sloan Shopping link. You get free shipping for $50 or more that you spend. And then when you swipe over at the top, you'll see you get your palette credit. So as you're adding these tins to your bag, you essentially get your palette that your makeup comes in for free. So, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. But I'll look forward to setting up a time for us to do a Zoom call and going over your makeup application. And I cannot wait for you to get your makeup in. So have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.